In this quick video, I'd like to demonstrate what caliber conversion changes in-game. Starting off with the ACR, as you can see, it replaces the MX rifle family. Instead of the regular MX, you have the ACR basic. Instead of the MX GL, you have 3GL, you have the ACR basic 3GL. The MXM is now the ACR DMR. The MXSW is now the ACR enhanced. And the MXC is now the ACR SBR. It fires 5.56 ammunition, as you can see. It has various magazines, tracer and not tracer, so all of those are compatible along the family of rifles. One thing, the 100 round magazines are no longer there, as they are too small to fit 100 rounds of 5.56 in my opinion. All the machine gunner loadouts which had them now have more 30 round magazines to compensate for that, so that is all fine. Next up, the AK-12. Now, in-game there is an AK-12, however it fires 7.62, which is actually the real-life equivalent to the AK-15. The real-life AK-12 fires 5.45 times 39. To represent this in-game, there are now two variants of basically the same gun, the AK-12 and the AK-15. One firing 7.62 as accurately, and one firing 5.45 accurately. Obviously, magazines are compatible with mods. Furthermore, I added the 5.45 96 round RPK 16 magazines because the RPK 16, which is in-game known as the RPK, also fires 5.45. The KH-2002, AK Katiba as it is more commonly known, now fires 5.56. This applies to all three variants. Obviously, muzzle attachments work as well. One issue with the magazine is that it doesn't work with other models, so if I equip a 30 round magazine it won't actually display it. However, it will still fire 30 rounds. That is one small issue. Another thing that I've added is a 3 burst mode to the weapon. So, if I quickly demonstrate. The MG5, more commonly known as simply the Navid, now fires 7.62 NATO instead of the 9.3 round that it fired beforehand. Obviously works for both versions. Another small detail I would like to mention is that the magazine size has been changed from the previous, I believe, 130 rounds to a 120 round box magazine, as that is more accurate to real life as far as I'm aware. Again, compatible with other magazines such as the 7.62 150 round box from the Navid or other magazines. Attachments again all work. Muzzle attachments are of course that of the 7.62. The MSBS Grot B, also known as the Promet, now fires 5.56. This applies to all its variants, and there are a lot of them. Important notice, the regular Promet is known as the Grot B, the marksman rifle, the MR is known as the DMR, GL is self-explanatory. The SG variant is now known as the 612 because that is the real-life name of the underbarrel grenade shotgun attachment that it features. Again, muzzle attachments and magazine supply, these also work with the models, so you can have dumb shit like this possible. In addition to that, it features a 3 round burst now. The QBU-88, aka the CMR-67, now fires 5.8, same caliber as used in the, say, the QBZ-95, for example. With it come the muzzle attachments. The magazine size has been reduced to 10 rounds, as that is what it has in real life. There's a new magazine which fires completely tracer, which is useful because the regular one only has reload tracers. The RFB, in-game previously known as the RFB S-Star, was an underwater rifle, which it isn't in real life. In real life it fires 7.62 NATO and has only a semi-automatic mode, as you can see here. In addition to that, it can sadly only use the 20 round magazine as displayed on the weapon here. That is a limitation. With the engine it cannot display other magazine proxies. Another feature that has been added is that you can now mount scopes on top of it. This was a feature previously existing but not being utilized, probably due to the intended underwater nature of the weapon in vanilla. The Stoner 99, in-game known as the MK200, is a 5.56 light machine gun. Rail attachments, muzzle attachments, and optics, of course, apply, same as before. An important notice, while visually it still shows the 6.5 caseless ammo, technically there are no issues. It fires the ammo that you select when you select it. This applies, of course, to the black variant as well. Last but not least, the SVDK Magpul. Now this is a little pet peeve of mine. All I did was simply change the name from Cyrus to SVDK, as I feel that's more true to what it actually is in real life. That's everything, and I hope you enjoy the mod.